And government employees have a different level of protection. There are certain statutory protections for police, fire. Some cities have ordinances that also protect their non-elected officers, which would be like their city clerk, their city administrator. So from an employment setting, not only do you have all of your normal federal and state laws that deal with private employers, but then there's going to be that extra overlay that deals with government employees.
And very specific processes for which to pursue.
Hyper-technical.
Yeah, pursue, you know, they have to go through a very specific process if they file a complaint, you know, and this is the process they have to use if you're working in this government agency, and this is a process you have to use if you're working in that, you know, in a local government versus a federal government.
You know, what I always think, a lot of the statutes that protect public employees are things that you'd find in like a union, a collective bargaining agreement. So you have to assume with government, you know, a lot of times you'll ask a client on an employment case, you know, do you have an employment contract or are you a member of a union? Well, you know full well if they work in government, there's probably rules about them. And then also going back to employees and their rights, because a lot of times you are dealing with the people, the electorate can show up at a meeting and complain about somebody. So a lot of times there are things like the Policeman's Bill of Rights that you really got to be careful, because while that meeting is a public meeting, you might have that right of free speech and all, you still got to balance it with, you know, a government employee still has a right to privacy. They're not being a governmental actor, so you've really got to be careful with that.